Now, a suspected hack is causing chaos at the Royal Mail, with the company urging people not to send post abroad. The so-called cyber incident's been referred to police as well as to the UK Cyber Intelligence Agency. We can talk to Emily Taylor, Chief Executive of Oxford Information Labs and the editor of Chatham House's Journal of Cyber Policy. Evening to you, Emily.
Good evening, John.
It looks serious, doesn't it, this hack at the Guardian newspaper and the disruption at the post office. We don't quite know very much about what happened there, but obvious suspicions.
Yes, it's always difficult to know what's going on while an incident is ongoing, and indeed whether or not there are connections between the two incidents that you just mentioned, one at the Royal Mail and one at the Guardian. The involvement, as you mentioned, of the National Crime Agency, however, does suggest that malicious activity is at least suspected. And this is sort of also backed up by the fact that the Information Commissioner, the ICO, has been informed and the National Cyber Security Centre have made statements.
Emily, how easy is it to hack into the system of a major organisation like these?
Well, it's becoming more difficult. You know, the National Cybersecurity's report for 2022 does note that the general level of cybersecurity is improving, especially for major organisations like Royal Mail or other critical infrastructure providers. However, it's difficult. You can never be 100% secure. And it must be said that a lot of today's cyber incidents, you know, the attacks that get through probably shouldn't. In a perfect world, but it's so difficult to defend. You know, when we think about our reliance on technology and the number of people in organisations who use that technology, it really is a very difficult task to be completely secure.
And there's a huge range of sophistication and skill when we're talking about hackers. At one end, you've got state players. At the other end, you've got a spotty teenager in the attic.
Yes, I think the big, the big sort of group in the middle that tends to not get mentioned is organised crime. And if you're a criminal, why wouldn't you be in cybercrime? Because your chances of getting arrested or going to jail are almost zero. We're getting reports from the Belfast Telegraph that this may be a ransomware incident because a Royal Mail facility in Malliskin, County Antrim, is reporting that printers are spewing out ransomware demands on orange paper there. Yeah. So, assuming this is a ransomware, overall, the likelihood is that it's not state-sponsored but criminal. Yes. But you can never be sure while incidents are ongoing.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you how well prepared are organisations or government agencies in this country to deal with the threat of hacking. But I suppose it's a game of leapfrog. Just as a defence is put in place, then someone finds a way to jump over it, and a constant process of that kind.
Yes, I think that preparation is really key. When the National Cyber Security Centre has set up a ransomware hub, which, as always, has very practical advice. And I think for ransomware incidents, things like making regular backups and also imagining and preparing for incidents can put organisations in a really much better situation than the hoping it doesn't happen type of approach.
All right, Emily, thank you. Emily Taylor there, who's Chief Executive of Oxford Information Labs and also the editor of Chatham House's Journal of Cyber Policy.